we'll just get right into it, spectating game number 1 of the set. What are we doing, sir? I totally didn't realize that was wrong. You talk?
What's up?
Hold on. Talk again?
Yep.
Alright, perfect. There's another set.
Okay.
I had to go check on it, but it's up. Alright. Look at these drafts. Talk me through this.
Ooh, big fan of the Muspelheim Giants draft here. These gods are broken.
A little busted. What do you think about monkey business? Are they cooking?
That is a draft.
That is a draft. Oh, you're on whiskey. Okay, I mean, listen, if you're drinking, that's always a good time. It is Saturday night, so go for it. I mean, listen, we talked about this in game number 1, or game number 2 last set, right? Marty's a god, but displacement or roots is what really punishes this god because he doesn't have mobility. If your beads are altered down, this feels miserable. This Bacchus can really punish this Marty. The cam, thank you, Nat.
Nice. I don't know what to
You're
say.
amazing for that. What? As far as draft?
Yeah. We have a very normal draft, and then we have a draft.
A
we will
little
see.
wild. I mean, listen, Monkey Business has been doing the unorthodox, blazing their own trail, if you will. We saw this Danzaburo bobble in last set. I'm interested to see what they're cooking up here. You got to put some trust in it. The shell bait, the Honor got forced to jump in, but not really punished with it.
That's Sunny on her? Oh, that's my boy. That you said on her jumped in and I already knew who it was.
I'll post next week's brackets tonight after stream, Eric, just for you guys. I have no problem with doing that. But I have to do that after stream. I mean, so 2 relics forced out right away, right? Monkey Business, 2 relics down, all 3 relics up for the Giants. This Bacchus on her leaps in just completely unpunished at the current moment. I'm just like, listen, they get itemizations online for Monkey Business. They could punish these jumps, these leaps in aggressively post-leap, right?
Why is it a tank? Wait, it's a tank Morgan, not tank Baron?
That is actually a good call out. I think it's going to be a double bruiser mage, I'll be honest.
Most likely, but...
I'm assuming it's going to be double bruiser mage with this Marty full damage. That is a red. That was 2 alts expended at tower line for Monkey Business. Ultimately results in a red buff, but is that going to be punished here with all 3 alts up and immediately blinked on this Bacchus? They weren't able to find first blood. The Marty found first blood on her. What? The net win going to Monkey Business there. I would have thought they got the Baron in time, and unfortunately the on her went down. That is insane to me. Yeah, this is game number 1 right now, Karmic. We're a game behind. I'm not watching it currently live because they're in game number 2, right? But this is game 1. But yeah, every time I'll update it, I update this manually game to game. So it's just an explanation of that. Yeah, that, like, getting the first blood here gives Monkey Business the lead because they killed first blood on this on her. Yes, they lose a death, but it's a return kill. It's not the value off first blood gold. So a net win and neutral buffs go to Monkey Business with a little lead to their name. You what?
It's like Karmic beat my ass today in the Content Creator Cup.
Oh, are you out? Are you? It's double elimination, isn't it?
It's like 6 weeks long.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's also, learned this today, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Like, top 4 plays on Sunday. They couldn't fit it in, I guess. I couldn't tell you. A lot of poke, though, from Monkey Business.
I mean, that's the beauty of mages and a Marty, right? You have a whole lot of range AoE damage. It's just.
How do you feel about Sunny going Griffin?
I'll talk about that here in a second. Karma, this is a rat squid himself that's co-casting with me for this set. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know this goes back and forth as far as, oh, is that a crutch item? I think it offers a ton of pressure, gets this ADC to feel a little bit more impactful, but it definitely delays, just like Ozzy does, right? For this Dom Exekins and feeling like you're doing a whole lot. But
Yeah, that was our conversation with Aussie, is like, does it actually do enough? Really good intel.
yeah, no, we're finding a kill. That's obviously a big pick here onto the Baron. Again, that immobility gets punished with this. I would say all three, Marty, LaFay, and Baron, get punished real hard, assuming Giants can play this super coordinated.
I do want to mention as well, they have damn near no dive on Monkey Business. Like, if also Giants just wants to walk away, they probably just can, to be honest. There is just no chase down, so they need to be careful. That being said, they don't really have any peel other than self-peel and damage. So if they're gonna, like, they're either gonna get run down or not going to chase out, so the kills they're gonna get, it needs to be off of poke and then, like, all in one burst. They can't just sit there and, you know, chase people under towers and whatever, so.
Can you talk about these builds right now? Talk me through this.
I'm gonna ignore the Morgan build.
Okay, no. There's no ignoring. You're a caster. What are you looking at? Where's through it?
I don't know. That's not even to be toxic. I genuinely don't. I don't know why you would grab. I don't know. The Marty one, he wants the 40% CDR. We talked about it last game.
Yep. I have no problem with that. I actually like
sense.
it, right? Especially with the change to stacking Transcendence. There's no need to go that first, if not second. You can go that last, right? Because you can stack that.
It's a little bit harder to stack now. They did increase it by.
They did increase it, but I'm gonna be honest. If you're putting out, I'm not worried about it, right? It's probably not best to go last, but you still can. It's probably still better than going at first, regardless. I'm a little confused here, right? It's like you have this full damage Marty. You could have called alternate timelines. They don't have an execution. We're going gem for the damage. These are double Chronos Pendant into a double cloak. Like, I don't. Is that gonna be a Mantle of Discord? Like, what do you? I mean, they're cooking, right?
Yeah, I really don't know what they're trying to do. I mean, a Chronos Pendant, sure, it's fine, but.
It's a double Chronos Pendant, so plenty of cooldown. You talked about dive potential. They're the ones in the chase, though. Bacchus getting tugged against the wall, and the damage more than enough for Monkey Business to find a pick. 2 relics down, beads heavenly on her, no ult, and immediately pathing toward Bull. We have a 14-second power play here, and I don't know if they have any way to contest this. This Bacchus does have ult if he's able to close ground. He does have blink ult at that. But are they able to path out quickly?
We did talk about, we did mention they're gonna have to go in with poke and then all in on a fight. That is what they did. They got the all in before the buttons came out on the escape. Good flop.
It's a good flop and a really good zone on the Marty to make sure they couldn't really extend for that Baron. I do think that has to be the call out. Like, as soon as these guys are flopping in, Bacchus or on her, or a dash from this Charon, it has to be an immediate go button for the Monkey Business, and they showed it there on red buff. Hey, you flop in, we're going to punish it. All 3 relics are expended by Giants. Beat still up for this LaFay, and a T1 push now here for Monkey Business. I mean, listen, we can stare at this build and tilt our head and make jokes, but it's working. Like, they're the aggressors. They're at T1 here. All jokes aside, they are pushing this down. We've talked about it a ton where Joust, especially on this map, is pressure heavy. And right now, Monkey Business have it in spades. This on her not able to match this area AoE damage, i.e. clear, by this double mage Marty, and it's getting punished, and punished well. I don't think this on her gets to play the game. If you're talking about on her, like, this is, hey, I'm playing into a double tank, I have some peel, I can really punish them with this pillar impale. I've played this god. When you start getting against mages or somebody who has a ton of range, it feels miserable because you don't have that range. And you can't really jump in to a Baron LaFay, right? Like, it's just going to immediately get blown up. So that's not necessarily the best pick here as far as draft goes. And it's kind of coming, it's coming forth to show.
On the Bacchus, though, I think in the late game when the items start getting stacked, the presence of like him just being able to walk at them and burp is gonna be a lot. It's gonna put a lot of pressure on both of the mages. Doc community. It's gonna force the root to have. I don't know. I think in the late game when he gets tanky enough to actually go in, it's gonna be pretty hard.
We're making the assumption that they actually get the chance to. Like Bacchus again, flopping out there. Look at the damage coming forth, and yet another pick. I don't know if you reach that late game at this point. If he dies here, isn't that just Jeej? Unfortunately, not able to catch the fear to catch the dash, but is it relevant? No, they have the damage in spades again. Listen, we've been joking about this. They haven't upgraded the cloaks. They're continuing on for the damage. This is essentially a triple DPS comp into a double frontline ADC. This ADC doesn't get to a build, and honestly has no shot in hell when you're getting pushed down.
Yeah, they're making it work. That's what they practice with and what they like.
I said it before the game began with that lead getting punished.
With the Morgan build, though.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm a fan of builds, but you have to give credit where credit's due. It's working. However, it's working. It's working. So
yeah, I think he loaded like Smite randomizer and just I'm pressed to go.
They definitely don't want to show hand, right? They said, hey, let's get some randomized build in here, throw it together, and hey, just showing we're better at the game. I appreciate that swag for those kind words. I got this haircut just for you, baby. Giants on the edge of losing game number 1 with Bird T1 down and all 3 members knocking on the door of the Titan. What is the conversation? Just like Jesse pointed out, this Honor doesn't have Devo stacked. You're at 30 stacks here, and they're on this Titan. I'm nervous. Immediately, Bacchus goes down post-dash. There's Honor fighting for his very life. And all 3 members are on Titan. Another pick. 2 dead. Titan half health. Fire wave. Honor blinks in, not able to find the blink impale. Should easily results in a GG and a 12-minute pump stomp. Monkey business and a GG. Listen, I don't know what I'm supposed to say there. He went for it.
I love Sunny, bro. Like,
oh no. I mean,
the game was fun to watch.
They are like the Caron Nike
both
get punished by that.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but it will be hard to kill. I mean, at any point the Nike can just jump in, ult, be a little bit harder to fight. It's gonna force ults from the back lines for sure. So he could just say, "Hey, I'm willing to trade my ult for some damage."
Okay. So this game is currently going on right now, so we're almost to live status. Interested. Maybe we just do that, right? It just feels so weird when you have a mage. Sure, like that. Both Chiron and Marty both go. I'm assuming we'll go into this Jotun's Fail Not Transcendence. What I'm keeping my eyes on is the She-Shell. She's full damage right now, but is she going to run back a similar build that we saw on this LaFay Baron from last game, or is she going to stick with full damage, sticking with a traditional comp? What is it going to look like? I mean, he's being pinged out. Ishal able to find those over the wall. Nike actually jumping in.
Wait, Packers. Who was their team? I'm sorry. Who got subbed?
Techers got subbed in on Giants.
For who again?
Why am I blanking? Here, maybe pull up that roster right now. My brain is fried. Hold on. I wish somebody would help me. Somebody. So it's Giants. So you have Mickey and Techers. So it would have been it's subbed in for Mickey. So again, that fourth player being used for the versatility, subbing in and out, making some slight adjustments. Mid-sat, Marty ticks over to 5. Neutral buff did go to the Giants. Excuse me, Monkey Business. Go the other way around. I have to ask. Maybe somebody in chat can educate me a little bit. Why is T-Soul just infatuated with Shell first item? Or first relic, excuse me. Is there some secret that I'm missing? So I can commentate properly, because, listen, they're winning games, so something's going right. Red was pulled and secured by Monkey Business, while Giants able to get Johnson. Okay, Nike with the big blink. Chiron ult with Charon. The healing from the E-Shell, able to heal through that too. Look at the healing. Now put her at a quarter health. Can they find a re-engage? There's that dive we talked about. Nike blink ulting and the double range ultimates from the Giants. Just not enough to pick this E-Shell through her healing. I mean, E-Shell alt OP, and maybe all the jokes I was talking about, Shell alt, Shell utilized helps that survive just a little longer. I mean, I already like the Giants' adjustment with this ranged ADC. Like I said, getting rid of that on her, trying to find something casting on DPS. It's already looking significantly better in game number 2 than game number 1. Much like Carbon Rick pointed out, it's not a player diff, it's a characterization or draft diff.
It's going to be very, very difficult to kill this Marty, though.
You think?
Yeah. Anytime Chiron ults, Marty can ult. It's going to be hard.
Johnson spawning. I mean, I think their target for Giants is just going to be the E-Shell, right? But the E-Shell, if she goes Bruiser, because she can, if this Marty sticks with full damage, she doesn't have alternate timeline, but she can drop a breastplate, and I feel like that's going to make this so hard for this dive. Purple spawning in, and a possible skirmish here over it.
That is a good point as well to kind of talk about, of like, if they're going to be building defense anyway, why not just go the timeline?
Yeah, that's one of those things, like, yeah, that Gem did get that upgrade. I'm just a little confused why some mage players are going, the only reason you couldn't build it on that one DPS player is you can't build Prots. But if you have Marty as your full DPS, why not build that alternate timeline, drop a breastplate? You have that amazing survivability into a double fizz. You have the cooldown, and now I have a reset. I can be the aggressor with an E-Shell ult and feel confident that we can, at bare minimum, find a trade, get a reset, and possibly look for another kill. And bait it.
Good jump in.
They're just finding that poke. Charon poked down a little too much. All ults are up. Red's being pulled by Monkey Business. Does Giants step to take this fight? No, instead they're actually looking to try to go for this red. He shall back, so only 2 of this. Remember, this is a 2v3. Marty able to secure it with an auto. Red and purple both going to monkey business.
It feels bad.
Yeah.
Chiron getting zoned out there and being able to help.
Ooh, Ishal missing cast on Nike. Finds the double 1 though, and the damage from that is absurd. So right here, I would love to see Chronos Pendant Breastplate into some Percent Pen or Soul Reaver. Now this Ishal is going to be swinging. The Charon forced to back up. Ishal and all. This should be a death on Ishal. The overextension not hitting her teammate and herself for that healing, and now getting punished. Nike has Blink. There it is. Does she find the leap in? Doesn't have the damage. The silence. The 1 just out of range to find the finishing blow. Marty able to survive. A little miscommunication and first blood based off the Ishal stepping up, thinking they were going for that kill. Unfortunately, it turned around and results in her going down.
A little bit more mana from Nike there. Results in a kill.
Yeah, for the... Yep. I don't know. Yeah, because the Charon actually hits the range too as well. So yeah, I agree. Either one of those, right? The range one from the Charon or the mana from the Nike would result in another pick and a 2-0 lead for them, but unfortunately it's not enough. Slight difference in build here. Marty going this Jotun's Fail Not. The Chiron looking for Jotun's into a Transcendence. Where's the invite for this talk show? I'm pretty in. Give me a second, big dog. Rat, are you able? Do you have it free?
Oh, Ethan stinks. What'd you say?
Do you want to bring him in?
Yeah, I got him.
All right. What are we doing, boss?
He's not. That's me.
Oh, he's not here yet. Red's up. Giants are the ones pulling it. How are we doing, Ethan? Mr. Obey himself.
That's right.
There's the alts.
That was a huge Nike ult.
That's an insane... And the poke coming through...
Why they're walking away, though?
Listen, at the end of the day, it's still a net win here for Monkey Business getting red. I agree, Giants should have pushed that lead a little bit considering the poke heavy that they got.
Maybe they had no buttons left, I don't know. That could have been with no buttons. I mean, they used all their ults on the engage. Iron doesn't have ult, so they definitely used everything, just not enough to get a kill.
It might sway a little bit once itemization comes online. Especially double relics. I would love to see a horrific. That is Rat Squid, the Rat Squid, and now Mr. Obey himself as well. So joined by a few lovely friends that have decided to come in and help me with this casting because they're sick of hearing my voice alone.
Ooh, is that Boca Boy?
That is Boca.
I love Boca Boy.
Ooh, Boca baby.
Everybody loves Boca Boy.
Rat can read chat. He's here with you. He hears you. So, what's your opinion based off this draft? Talk me through it, Obey. I don't know if you want me to call you by your first name, but...
Yeah, you can just call me E-Daddy. You know, whatever you want.
Okay.
Christ. This was a mistake.
He's like, I wanna try to get into the casting, and he wants it. Ain't never happening.
Hey, you gotta spice it up a little bit, you know?
Still blue.
You know, the Warriors that are out on the field right now, that's a lot of pressure. I don't know. I feel they got a lot of damage on the Monkey Business side. So late, it's gonna push pretty hard. I don't know. I don't know. Early, it's gonna be pretty close. I feel like late, Monkey Business is going to take off a little bit, and the engagements are going to be a little bit more heavier on their side.
Yeah.
So
the Nike's going to get blown up if she jumps in late game.
I think that the big transition there. There's two things I'm looking for, right? A, second relics or anti-shielding from Monkey Business to deal with this Nike Chiron. The other portion is what this Chiron, excuse me, how he builds. Does he drop a cans? He's gonna have to go auto attack to deal with this Vamana, or because once Vamana reaches this late game build, he's gonna pub stomp.
I don't think you're really wanting to go auto attack though. That sacrifices a lot from the build. I think he's okay going full damage and then just looking to kill either the E-Shell or Marty. I
just think you don't have that exchange that you start going ability base. Yes, you can cast on this Marty or E-Shell, but if you don't find that pick and this E-Shell heals through, like she is, if she's got the breastplate online, there's that Fizdie. If you don't find that ability, the game's done, right?
Yeah,
that counter engage is gonna go poorly.
Yeah, it becomes a survival game at that point. You know, you got E-Shell and Vamana up front, E-Shell with heals and Vamana with the sustain. I mean, you gotta find that burst damage to somehow just murder him, and I don't see that happening before somebody else dies. So it's gonna have to be a perfect engage or a pick, like you said. It's gonna be a tough late game.
I do love the adjustment, and again, we called this out in the beginning of the game, the draft adjustment by Giants versus Game 1. This feels a lot closer, more impactful. They recognized their downfall in draft in Game 1 and made the edits to look into Game 2. I'm excited to see what this late game looks like, and I think it will come down to that one engage and builds and what that might look like.
I think, too, not only draft-wise, but they have slowed the early game down just a bit.
Oh, this is something to talk about. E-Shell now going into a second Fizdie item? What's your thought process here? She's got a T2.
Makes sense. She just doesn't want to die to random ults and stuff from Chiron, and the ult and dive from Nike is going to be most... again, if Chiron's not building any damage, that's fine.
You know what? I'm going to go on a limb and just say, I don't like it.
Okay. Talk us through it.
To be different.
There's always gonna be that one caster. He's like, I hate your opinion. It sucks.
Yeah, do me a favor and don't ever say that again.
Already showing our casting's different. Yeah, I think your opinion is dog shit.
Yeah.
So red spawning in, Chiron is clearing wave, so they're going to have a little wave pressure. Are they able to secure this red buff and get out? They do secure red, but how does this look post-fight? Chiron gets the ult, hits one, lands the second. That should result in a pick, and does. Vamana's in ult, though. Heavily dropped to try to get him away. So,
dive. Again, like, that right there speaks to why he's wanting double Fizdie, is just kind of looking at Chiron. Chiron is, it's not worth most times, nor are you able to actually dive the Chiron. That's why I said they need to be drafting and playing to take a pick on one of these front lines when they go in. You're just not reasonably gonna be, especially with their comp, they're just not gonna be able to kill the Chiron. Like, they don't really have an answer to it. It's gonna be too difficult, so they need to try to change up their game plan overall and decide what tank they're gonna kill and how they're gonna do it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, going more Fizz, you're gonna be relying solely on Vamana pretty much to kill him, and it's just gonna take too long. It's not gonna work out, I don't think. Double Fizz on a mage is really tough, and she's already got survivability, so. You know, is it super great? No, but I mean, it's enough to win a 1v. I think, in my opinion, she's got some pretty good sustain. So, I would like to see more damage on her. You know, that's just me though. You know, so, yeah.
I'm interested to see what you're going though, because I doubt you're gonna go a spectral there, right? So,
Contagion probably.
Okay, I guess Contagion's not a bad idea. Because yep, there's the Contagion. Okay. As mentally, I'm going Contagion. I doubt you're going Breastplate or Regrowth, right? So.
Yeah. So there's probably a pretty good chance she goes Contagion right there.
Yep, she did.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what the Mamana slots in. Fourth item goes to some Venom XE for the anti-shielding that would provide. And again, for those that don't already know, I'm going to hover over it for that passive. When you're looking at it, for that glyph, you're looking at shields applied on them, reducing by a full 50%. Talk about Sunder, horrific as well. That engage once again. This red seems to be the downfall for Monkey Business, as this E-Shell's the target every time they step up. All three members just inting to kill. Immediately get it, but how's this Vamana look post Nike jump in the Heavenly? Should allow them to walk out of here for free. Vamana not able to find trade.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that ult came in too late. I mean, they're on that. They got a full commit if they want to do something there. Like, that's the second time. You know, I've watched their carry kind of walk away from the fight. Like, they're not focusing damage. They're never gonna kill somebody. That's the second time we've seen that. So, and not to mention that E-Shell doesn't have enough damage.
Yeah, with this build. Yeah.
She seems to be going into more defense. So, I mean, you know, that's gonna be rough.
I agree. You're turning into a pseudo tank that's just gonna get dove, right? I wouldn't have minded instead of the horrific. If you wanted to go a horrific heavenly for the mobility off and after Nike ult, you need to see a little something different. But regardless, a pick 0-3 on this E-Shell and results in a bull. Now Giants in the driver's seat themselves, looking for a nice little push here. I mean, all that being said, you do have bull, right? But when you look at this gold lead, this is almost dead even on XP, and it's not a full 1,000 gold. The only one getting punished is E-Shell. She's behind. She just has to be recognized and catch her positioning. Be a little bit more conscious of that. And I think they're still in a good. I think they're still in a good spot at the end of the day.
Yeah.
This push is about to mean everything, though.
Yeah, I don't see them defending this. I think, yeah.
I'm just worried they're not finding any trade.
So Aegis down.
I'll take that. See, I mean, I'll take that. That's a win. They need to now. Yeah.
Like this E-Shell will go in this full damage. It's not threatening anymore because they have the you don't have any percent pen. You don't have a Soul Reaver online.
Yeah, I mean, you're just standing in front of everything. I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's not enough burst there.
However, hold on. They're actually able to find that damage onto the Nike, and the Root catches the Charon dash. 2 members down, and T1 still standing.
Nice. A turn of event, Cotton.
Yeah.
As you can see. Man, that's rough.
Maybe spoke a little too soon, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
No, the Chiron dash gets caught. I was worried about this when you start talking about that dash. While it's knockup immune, a single root, you have 2 roots between the Marty and the E-Shell catching that dash and him going down with neither a relic to his name.
Definitely can't end here, but that will be bird. They're too low to end. I think trying to end might be a throw.
Nah, they're gonna smoke this thing even with their double build here. Come on now.
It's close.
Come on now.
And a GG Monkey Business on a counter engage 2-0 the Giants.
Oh man, classic Joust. Yeah, that's great. Well,
I mean,
folks, you have it there. One bad engagement at their tower gets ran all the way down. Blessing.
That's insane. Am I wrong for thinking that's just they're on the driver's seat, they got a pick, they get bull, and then just overextending on this Nike, 1 death immediately leads to everything, and they start staggering deaths, they get caught defending a T1, and ultimately results in a game.
Yeah. Well, you know, I did call the game, so I did say that they were going to win, so that's probably another reason they won.